Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the DreamHack Winter 2013, the HoN coverage from GosuGamers.net. This is the first interview that we bring to us, and I'm joined by the very special guest. It's Gaming's Buch. How you doing, man?
I'm awesome. It's good to be back. It's good to be back at DreamHack after so many years. It's good to be playing in the Dream Arena again, and it's good to meet Beef and Breaky and all the other competitive players. I really miss DreamHack, so yeah.
You've been absent from DreamHack for a couple of episodes, not on teams. So how do you feel being back, and how does it feel to compete again?
It's definitely awesome to compete again. This time it's a new team and new players, and it actually feels better than ever. We have a really good relationship with each other, so it's nice to play.
New team for Reason Gaming is definitely the right way to put it. The team that qualified is not here entirely, not even remotely, actually. So first three new guys came in with you, Archie Tiger, and Male. You were supposed to play with Imba Insane. With that team, did you practice before DreamHack with Imba Insane?
It's actually funny, you asked, because our first game was against the law. We hadn't played any scrims, or we hadn't practiced a boot camping or anything like that. So we were definitely a little bit scared when we were going to meet the law in the first game, because the law was definitely one of the most important games we had to play. So yeah.
Were you surprised that it all came together like that? When Snowy and Insane joined you, you were a completely new team. You said this was your first ever playing together. Were you surprised that it worked out that well?
Definitely. I think I've still played a lot of games with Saint, because he used to be in the same team as me. We used Snowy for Ring as well sometimes back when we called Justice League, and Archie Tiger and Male has always been close friends, so they are definitely, it's new to play with them on a whole new team, but I've definitely tried to play with them before, so it's not completely changed.
How's the chemistry in the team? How do you approach this tournament with relatively low expectations due to the new roster?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's definitely different from the other DreamHacks, because this time around we are mostly here because of fun and just to play in a tournament. We didn't expect to get any cash prizes, and but now that we won against the law, we are hoping to get a 5th or 6th place, so we can at least get some money. And yeah.
You said you won against the law, but you lost to TMSR and Lions pretty decisively, even.
Yeah,
when you look back at those matches, what was missing?
It definitely feels that the communication is kind of bad at some points, but I think. Can you repeat the question, please?
What is missing from beating those teams? What are the major flaws actually?
Yeah, and again, the communication was a big problem, but our skill level is probably not as big as the other players as well. It's kind of wishful thinking to think that a team that just has been forged and entering the tournament the same day can beat a top tier team like Too Much Sugar or Lions. Yeah.
Okay. Everything is now hanging in the balance, and it comes down to the BYOC team that you have to beat. Do you have any insight on which teams are in the BYOC?
I have asked the Lions and some other people at DreamHack if they knew who they were, but from my understanding, there's only a few known players, but they're not the greatest players. So even though we still need to take this game really serious because it's so important, I still have a good feeling that we're going to end up in the playoffs.
Are you afraid at all of getting cheesed by some new players and lose your spot?
Yeah, that's always the first conquer kill. We used to do a lot in Pikachu, my whole clan, but yeah, I definitely think we have to watch out for cheesy strats, and especially since we are a kind of new team as well, we have to be extra focused.
Speaking about not necessarily cheese, but I stood in your group meetings, and you were also discussing the option of maybe cheesing against a team like Lions and TMSR. You definitely took it more serious than in those meetings. Why didn't you go for this approach?
thinking back, we probably should, but like it's so easy to say like that. I still think for like we had like a good chance against them because like we still have like some good players on our team. But I think if we're gonna play them again, we're definitely gonna go like with a more cheesy strat, if you can say. I'm not saying if we're gonna do Conquer or not, but like they need to like watch out.
That's definitely a good segue. If you win tomorrow against the BYOC team, you are pretty sure in the playoffs, and then you're gonna meet the best of the best.
Yeah.
Today you didn't quite do that well. Do you think you have a realistic chance against a team like IG or Denial that are probably gonna await you?
I definitely think like both IG and Denial have been choking a bit. Like maybe they're like not used to the LAN factor, but I think like we have to like change our drafting as well, and then we actually have a pretty good chance against them. So yeah.
Looking into the future a little bit more, what is the ceiling for this team? Where do you expect you to finish when DreamHack closes?
Like I want to say like first place, but I know like that's not possible. I think like I still think we have a really good chance at ending up like being 5th or 6th place, and we will definitely be happy with that placement. Again, like we came here to have fun, and we already did. Like that first game against the Law, like that was one of the best games I probably ever played. Like so much excitement and yelling and like stuff in that game was amazing. But yeah, 5th and 6th place.
You talked about the first place already. Give us your prediction, which team is gonna win and why.
I think like Stay Green have been looking really strong so far. So I'm gonna say Stay Green. Lions have been choking a little bit, so I'm gonna say Too Much Sugar 2nd place, then Lions 3rd place, IG 4th place, and then it's gonna be Denial and our team 5th and 6th place.
Okay. Leaving DreamHack for a little bit and focusing more on you. We've already discussed that you've been absent from DreamHack, but you've already also been absent from the competitive scene. You've been on and off Reason Gaming and Justice League. What were you doing?
I like joined the military for 8 months. I was part of the Queen's Army called Livgarden in Denmark, which was like 8 amazing months. When I got back, I joined Pikachu because like my old team Infused GG Sports was disbanded, and that's where I like met TBS Priceless and Bray and probably some other players as well. Like I still play with today. So I've definitely like been doing a lot of things. Like even now I have just started like started studying to be like a teacher. So it's like a lot of new things are gonna happen.
Is this study allowing you to maybe enter another competitive team again, or do you have this chapter closed for now?
I really like my position right now. I decided myself that I didn't want to be like part of the main roster of Recent Gaming because like sometimes I have to like make homework and like school and stuff. So I can like still ring for my team Recent Gaming now and then, and I definitely don't think like I'm like bad with skills or like communication and stuff like that. So I can still like, even though I don't play as much as I used to, like I can still like be able to play competitively, but probably not as much as I used to like a couple of years ago.
All right, thank you very much. You have any shoutouts you want to make?
I want to make a big shout out to Recent Gaming. I want to make a shout out to Esports Clothing, and I want to make a shout out to Steel Series. Other than that, a lot of people that I want to like make a shout out to, but most of them probably already know who they are. So I'm gonna make a shout out to TBS Priceless, Bray, Zane, Imberboy, Pyrocancer, and Ticket. There you go.
All right. This wraps up the first interview. We will be back with more coverage from this event at the later days. Stay tuned to GosuGamers for all the live news, all the updates, live blog, now even Beef giving his thoughts, pictures, and everything you need to know about DreamHack. We will be back.